How to create your PRC R9 account this 2023. Type in your browser online.prc.gov.ph. Then click OK. Then click Close. Then select the Register tab. Scroll down. Then click I agree. Now scroll up. Type in your first name, then your middle name, and your last name, and select your gender. And choose if you have suffix. And select your civil status. Then select or type in your birthday. Type in your valid email address. Type in your password. Passwords must have at least one letter, one number, and one special character for security purpose. Then click Register. Important note: please thoroughly review your registration details before you click Agree to confirm. Click I am not a robot. Click Agree/confirm. Success! You may now log in your account. Then click OK. Sign in your account. Click I am not a robot. Click Sign in. This will pop out. And click OK. Then enter the OTP, which will be sent to your email address. Log in your valid email address. Select your inbox. Then open or select this message. Inside the message you will find your one-time password, OTP. Save and copy it. Type in your OTP. Then click Verify. Success! Your account is now verified. Then click Proceed. Click OK. Then click Proceed. Fill out the rest of your personal information. Click Search, then type in your birthplace. Then your citizenship. Make sure that this portion is checked as No. For your contact details, type in your house number, then your street, then your barangay, then type in your zip code. Click Search. Then type in your town/city or province. Lastly, type in your mobile number. Type in your father's name, then your father's citizenship, then your mother's name, and your mother's citizenship. And for your education, click Search first. Then type in the name of your school. And for those 18 units earner, type in the name of your school where you graduated your 4-year degree course. Your school address will be automatic. For your degree/course, click Search first. Then type in your degree/course. And for those 18 units earner, please type in your 4-year degree/course. Then type in the date of your graduation. And for those 18 units earner, type in the date of your graduation of your 4-year degree/course. And for your employment, you will be asked if you are practicing your profession. Then just select yes or no. Then you will need to type and specify the nature of your work. And if your transaction will be PRC ID renewal, then you will just need to check this. And if your transaction is not the renewal of PRC license, then you will need to uncheck this. Then type in your valid ID number. And type in on where it was issued at. And type in the issuance date of your valid ID. If you are a person with disability, then you can choose the selection below, and if not, just choose none. And lastly, click the Save Information. This will pop out, and then click Yes. And click Yes to confirm. Success! You have successfully updated your profile. You will need now to upload your photo. Click here to upload your photo. Here are the photo requirements. Please read this to avoid delay or disapproval. Please follow the following. 1. The photo must be 2 by 2 in size in plain white background. 2. The photo must be taken no more than 6 months prior to uploading. 3. The applicant must wear decent attire with collar. Below are sample of acceptable photo. Unacceptable photo will be rejected. Note: application will not be processed if 1. Photo does not resemble applicant. 2. Applicant wears eyeglasses. 3. Background is not plain white. 4. Photo has shadows. 5. Ears are covered. To avoid delay, please follow the guidelines above. And lastly, click Proceed. And click Choose File. Please ensure that your complete face is inside the blue border. And lastly, click the Upload Image button. Success! You have successfully updated your profile picture. You may now select your transaction on any online transaction you want.
Application for licensure examination, submission and evaluation of required documents, to ensure that only qualified applicants are admitted to the licensure examination. In accordance with the provisions of Republic Act No. 8981 and appropriate professional regulatory laws. Who may avail, Filipino citizen, has no criminal record or has never been convicted in a final judgment by any court, military tribunal, or administrative regulatory law. Checklist of requirements: original and photocopy of official transcript of records TOR, with scanned picture and remarks for board purposes only. Bearing the exact date of graduation and special order number. Submit or present diploma if the date of graduation is not printed in the OTR. Birth certificate issued by the Philippine Statistics Authority PSA to present original copy and submit one photocopy. If birth certificate issued by PSA is not readable, submit birth certificate issued by the LCR. Marriage certificate issued by PSA, for married female applicant. Original and photocopy, if applicable. Any valid government-issued ID or valid NBI clearance. PRC application form. Additional requirements. 1. 3 PC's passport size picture with white background and full name tag without signature. 2. Purple documentary stamp. Note: for non-availability of records are either birth certificate or marriage certificate, or both negative certification issued by the PSA. and accompanied by a certificate of live birth or marriage from the local civil registrar and PSA security paper. Where to secure sources. Philippine Statistics Authority PSA. 2. For non-readable entries in PSA birth or marriage certificate, a clear copy of LCR Form 102 or LCR Form 1A or 3A. Where to secure sources. Philippine Statistics Authority PSA. 3. If exact date of graduation is not indicated on the transcript of records, original and a photocopy of college diploma must be presented. Where to secure sources. Applicant's school graduated. 4. For Filipino citizen who finished his degree course abroad, certificate of equivalency from the Commission on Higher Education CHED. Where to secure sources. Commission on Higher Education. 5. For those born abroad, with dual citizenship or for recognized Filipino citizens, any of the following shall be submitted. A. Certificate of recognition or reacquisition, or retention of citizenship from the Bureau of Immigration and Deportation. B. Oath of allegiance from Philippine Consular Office. C. Photocopy of valid Philippine passport. D. Philippine voter's certificate or voter's identification card. Where to secure sources. Bureau of Immigration and Deportation. 6. For additional documentary requirements, refer to the list of requirements per profession as prescribed by the concerned Professional Regulatory Board (PRB) posted in the website. Where to secure sources. prc.gov.ph. List of requirements. Client steps. Step 1. Access the PRC website via prc.gov.ph, and create an account. Agency action. System activates user account. Fees to be paid? None. Processing time? Based on system response time. Person responsible? Applicant. Step 2. Select an appointment place for application for examination and payment option. Agency action. System issues reference number. Fees to be paid? None. Processing time? Based on system response time. Person responsible? Applicant. Step 3. Download and print application form with reference number and pay the corresponding fees through any of the available payment options or channels. Agency action. 3.1 Online payment channel confirms payment. Fees to be paid. Post-baccalaureate or baccalaureate, 900 peso. Processing time? Based on system response time. Person responsible? Applicant. 3.2. If through PRC cashier, non-online, receive payment and issue official receipt to the client. Fees to be paid. Non-baccalaureate, 600 peso, conditional or removal, 450 peso. Processing time? 5 minutes. Person responsible? Cashier. Step 4. Proceed and submit all the requirements to the place of appointment on the scheduled date. Agency action? Process and verify completeness of submitted application and documentary requirements. Fees to be paid? None. Processing time? 10 minutes. Person responsible? Processing or verifier officer. Step 5. Receive the notice of admission, NOA. Agency action? Print and issue NOA. Fees to be paid? None. Processing time? 5 minutes. Person responsible? Releasing or printing officer. For first-time taker with baccalaureate degree, 900 peso. For baccalaureate degree holder taking conditional or removal exam, 450 peso. For first-time taker with non-baccalaureate degree, 600 peso. Processing time? 20 minutes.
Type in your browser, online.prc.gov.ph, and then click the OK. And then click the Close button. And if you still have no Luries account, you can click the Register button. And if you already have an account, click the Sign In tab. Type in your email address, and then your password. And click the box of I am not a robot. And lastly, click the Sign In tab. And then click on the Select Transaction tab. Select the Examination tab. And then on the name of examination, select the Professional Teacher. and then on the examination type, select the complete or first timer. And on the date of examination, select the available examination date. And on your place of examination, choose or select your preferred examination place on where do you want to take the examination. And if you are a 18 units earner, then click yes. And then select your LET level. And also select your LET major. And click search for the school on where you graduated your degree or course. And type in your school on where you graduated your degree or course. And type in the year you graduated your degree or course. And if you are not a 18 units earner, just click no. And select your LET level. And then also select your LET major. And lastly, click the Proceed button. And if you are not yet familiar with the list of requirements, then you can click here to view the list of requirements. And lastly, click the Proceed button. Always remember that appointment slots are free. And then click the Proceed button. Here you can find your appointment details. The next step will be to choose or select your preferred PRC regional office on where you will file for your application for examination. And then here you can find the available scheduled date and time for your appointment in filing for the application for examination. However, if you are not available with the available schedule, you can click here to reschedule your appointment date. Here you can find your examination name, and then your examination date, and your examination place, your examination type, and lastly your examination fee. And then click the Proceed button to continue with your online application. This will be now your payment method. To complete your examination transaction, please choose on the different payment option. As of now, PRC Cashier is not yet available. After you selected your preferred payment option, this will pop out. And lastly, click on the Submit button. Here you can choose the different available online e-wallets. This will pop out if you choose the Maya e-wallet. This will pop out if you choose the Cash e-wallet. After you have successfully paid for the examination fee using the online payment system, you may now proceed with your existing transaction to check your appointment details. Here you can find your application number, and then your examination place, and also your examination date, with your LET level and LET major, and also your appointment place, an appointment date on which you will file for your application for examination. And if you want to print your electronic receipt, you can click here. And lastly, click here to print your application form on which you will need to bring on your appointment schedule. This will be now your application form on which you will find your appointment date and appointment place, then your application number, the date of examination, and the place of examination. You can click here to print your application form. This will be the lower part of your application form. Here you will need for your right thumb mark. Then you will need to sign for your signature. Then the date of accomplished on when you filled up your application form. Then make sure to indicate the day, then the month, then the year, and also the place on where you filled up your application form. Then you will need to fill up also for your community tax certificate number. And lastly, you will need here to paste or glue your documentary stamp. Important. Failure to submit this application form with the required requirements or documents shall mean non-inclusion in the list of examinees in the room assignment and forfeiture of examination fees. PRC Online Application for Board Examination for Repeater Applicant. Type in your browser online.prc.gov.ph and then click the OK. And then click the Close button. And if you still have no Luries account, you can click the Register button. And if you already have an account, click the Sign In tab. Type in your email address and then your password and click the box of I am not a robot, and lastly click the Sign In tab and then click on the Select Transaction tab. After click the Select Transaction, this will pop out. Please read the notice below. To avoid delay or disapproval, please follow the photo requirement below. Then after reading the notice, you may now click the Proceed button. And then click again the Proceed button. And select on the Examination tab. And on the name of examination, select or choose your profession that you will be taking the examination. After you have chosen or selected your preferred profession on taking the PRC board examination, and then on the examination type, choose or select the repeater applicant, and on the date of examination, select the available date of examination, and then on the place of examination, choose or select your preferred place of examination on where you want to take the PRC board examination. And lastly, click the Proceed button for you to continue your online application. And if you want to check the list of requirements for examination, you can click here to view the list of requirements. And then click the Proceed button to continue. Here you can find the list of additional requirements for the Criminology Board examination which you will need to submit during the online application. And then afterwards click the Proceed button to continue. Here you can find that your appointment place and also your appointment schedule and time is not applicable, which means there is no need for you to file personally at any PRC office. Below is your appointment details, where you can find your examination name, then your examination date, and your examination place, and your examination type, and lastly your examination fee. This is where you will need to upload your additional requirements. Please note that you will submit your requirements in one file, and only accepting files with PDF extension and 40 megabytes or less. And then click the Browse button to upload all your additional requirements. And lastly, after uploading all your complete additional requirements, click the Proceed button for you to continue with your online application. This will be now your payment method. To complete your examination transaction, please choose on the different payment option. As of now, PRC Cashier is not yet available. After you selected your preferred payment option, this will pop out. And lastly, click on the Submit button. Here you can choose the different available online e-wallets. This will pop out if you choose the Maya e-wallet. This will pop out if you choose the Cash e-wallet. Let's try with the other profession with different additional requirements. On the name of examination, select your preferred profession. And on the examination type, choose the repeater applicant. And select the available date of examination. And select your preferred examination place on where you want to take the examination. And lastly, click the Proceed button to continue. And then click again on the Proceed button. Here you can find the additional requirements for the Registered Master Electrician examination is valid NBI clearance. And then click the Proceed button again. Here you can find your appointment details, still your appointment place, and your appointment date and time is not applicable. And then click here to upload your valid NBI clearance. And lastly, click the Proceed button to proceed for the payment channel and pay for the examination fee. After you successfully paid the examination fee, you can now proceed to your existing transaction. Here you can find all your examination details for your application for the PRC board examination. Here you can find your application number, then your examination place, and also your examination date. As of now, your status of compliance is still pending, with compliance remarks, that is for document verification. However, please note that the status of your application after 7 working days is still pending and there is no action was made after. Then you can send a follow-up to the official email address of the PRC regional office on where you will take your examination. However, if you found out that your status of compliance is not complied, and then the compliance remarks is like this, then click here so you can re-upload your requirements or your lacking requirement. Or you can send it through email to the concerned PRC regional office who will administer your examination. And if the status of compliance is now complied and issued, you may now print your new Notice of Admission NOA. You can click here to print your new NOA. Congratulations! This is now your new Notice of Admission. You can click here if you want to print your new Notice of Admission. Or you can click here if you want to download it. Always remember that you will need to bring your Notice of Admission on the day of examination for verification purposes. Please be advised that this online application for the repeater applicants is only applicable to the following. 1. Repeater examinees from April 2012 to present. 2. Applicants with the same name from the previous examination. 3. Applicants with the same course from previous examination. 4. Applicants with the same examination name from the previous examination.
Application for licensure examination that needs approval of the board. Submission and evaluation of necessary documents to ensure that only qualified applicants are admitted to the licensure examinations. In accordance with the provisions of Republic Act No. 8981, its implementing rules and regulations, and the pertinent provisions of the professional regulatory laws. Who may avail, Filipino citizen of good moral character, has no criminal record or has not ever been convicted in a final judgment by any court, military tribunal or administrative body, with appropriate baccalaureate, non-baccalaureate graduate as required by the specific professional regulatory law. Checklist of requirements. Original and a photocopy of official transcript of records, OTR, with scanned picture and remarks, for board examination purposes only, bearing the exact date of graduation and special order number. Submit present diploma if the date of graduation is not printed in the OTR. 2. Philippine Statistics Authority, PSA, issued birth certificate, original and a photocopy. If birth certificate issued by PSA is not readable, submit birth certificate issued by the local civil register, LCR. 3. PSA, issued marriage certificate, for married female applicant, original and a photocopy. 4. One passport-sized picture with complete name tag, last name, first name and middle name, in white background and in decent attire, taken within the last 6 months. 5. Any valid government-issued ID or valid NBI clearance. Where to secure sources. From the applicant. 6. One-piece purple documentary stamp. Additional requirements if applicable. 1. Non-availability of records of either birth certificate or marriage certificate or both. Negative certification issued by PSA should be accompanied by a certificate of live birth, marriage from the local civil registrar, LCR, duly authenticated by the PSA statistician. 2. Non-readable entries in PSA. Birth, marriage certificate. A clear copy of Form 102 or LCR Form 1A or 3A should be submitted. 3. If exact date of graduation is not indicated on the transcript of records, original and a photocopy of college diploma. 4. For Filipino citizen who finished his/her BS degree course abroad, certificate of equivalency from the Commission on Higher Education, CHED. 5. For those born abroad, with dual citizenships, or for recognized Filipino citizens, any of the following shall be submitted. A. Certificate of recognition, reacquisition, retention of citizenship from the Bureau of Immigration and Deportation, BID. B. Oath of allegiance from Philippine Consular Office, circa photocopy of valid Philippine passport. D. Philippine voter certificate or voter's identification card. Page 6. For additional documentary requirements, refer to the list of requirements per profession as prescribed by the concerned Professional Regulatory Board, PRB, posted in the website. Where to secure sources. www.prc.gov.ph. List of requirements. Client steps. Access the PRC website online prc.gov.ph and create an account if first-time user or register if with existing account. Agency action. System activates user account. Fees to be paid? None. Processing time? Based on system response time. Person responsible? Applicant. Step 2. Select an appointment place for application for examination and payment option. Agency action. System issues reference number. Fees to be paid? None. Processing time? Based on system response time. Person responsible? Applicant. Step 3. Payment. Download application form with reference number and pay the corresponding fees through selected payment options or channels. Agency action. 3.1. Online payment channel confirms payment. Fees to be paid? Baccalaureate, 900 peso. Non-baccalaureate, 600 peso. Processing time? Based on system response time. Person responsible? Applicant. 3.2. If through PRC cashier, receive payment and issue official receipt to the client. Fees to be paid? Baccalaureate, 900 peso. Non-baccalaureate, 600 peso. Processing time? 5 minutes. Person responsible? Cashier. Step 4. Proceed and submit all the requirements to the place of appointment on the scheduled date. Agency action. 4.1. Process and verify completeness of submitted application and documentary requirements, and instruct the applicant when and where to verify the status of application and issuance of NOA. Fees to be paid? None. Processing time? 9 minutes. Person responsible? Regional offices or receiving officer. 4.2. Transmit the application documents to the concerned PRB, through the PRB Secretariat for the final approval of the application. Fees to be paid? None. Processing time? 2 days. Person responsible? Regional offices or receiving officer. PRB. 4.3. Conduct the technical evaluation. Central office, PRB Secretariat. Fees to be paid? None. Processing time? 10 days. Person responsible? PRB focal person. 4.4. Transmit scanned action sheet to the regional office. Fees to be paid? None. Processing time? 2 days. Person responsible? PRB Secretary. Step 5. Receive the Notice of Admission, NOA. Agency action? If application is approved, print and issue NOA. If denied, inform the applicant via SMS, email, or phone call. Fees to be paid? None. Processing time? 15 minutes. Person responsible, regional offices or releasing officer. Total. For baccalaureate, 900 peso. For non-baccalaureate, 600 peso. Processing time, 13 days and 30 minutes. Application for online oath-taking of new professionals. To allow the new passers to be able to register and immediately practice their profession thereafter, and to earn their living during this time of pandemic and health crisis, the Commission allowed digital means and provide the necessary platform in the conduct of special oath-taking services as part of its administrative and operational support to the professional regulatory boards, PRBs. Who may avail? The applicant must be 1. Passer of a licensure examination administered by the PRC and concerned PRB. 2. Applicant of registration without examination duly approved by the concerned PRB and Commission. Basic requirements. 1. Notice of admission, NOA. Where secure sources. Licensure office. 2. Oath form online. Where to secure sources. Application system. 3. Resolution approving the application without registration. Where to secure sources. PRC website. Client steps. Step 1. Applicant sends request to the board to take special online oath-taking. Agency action. 1.1. Upon receipt of the request, the PRB shall endorse this to Oversight Commissioner for approval. Fees to be paid, at no cost to the inductee. Processing time, 1 day. Person responsible, DSPRB Oversight Commissioner. 1.2. Upon approval, the applicant may now register online. Fees to be paid, at no cost to the inductee. Processing time, 1 day. Person responsible, ICT. Step 2. Go to online.prc.gov.ph. 1. Log in to your account. 2. Select the transaction and enter profession and application number. Application number as indicated in the Notice of Admission, NOA. 3. Click Proceed, and the page will redirect to the Appointment module. 4. Select Preferred PRC Regional Office, and click Next. The system will automatically give you the earliest date set for online oath-taking. 5. After confirmation, click Submit Application to proceed. 6. A confirmation message will pop up with the summary of your transaction. 7. Click to go back, to redirect to your existing transactions. 8. You will see your transaction details from your existing transactions. Click Print Document, to print your oath form.
All successful examinees who pass the PRC licensure examination are required to attend the PRC oath-taking ceremony first before they can register, initial registration, for their PRC license. As of now, PRC has 3 types of oath-taking ceremony, which are the following. 1. E-oath-taking. 2. Face-to-face mass oath-taking. 3. Face-to-face special oath-taking. 1. E-oath-taking, which is an online oath-taking ceremony where you can take your oath through online as long as you have your internet connection. 2. Face-to-face mass oath-taking ceremony at a specified venue where a large number of successful examinees may take their oath-taking ceremony. 3. Face-to-face special oath-taking ceremony for a few individuals who requested for a special oath-taking ceremony at a specified venue. To check for the available schedule of oath-taking ceremony, you may check it through the PRC official website, www.prc.gov.ph. Type on your browser prc.gov.ph and then click the X button and click on the News and Events tab and select the Oath-taking tab. Here you can find the different list of available online oath-taking schedule. If your profession is listed on the available list schedule for online oath-taking, you may now proceed to the next step for you to secure your slot for the online oath-taking ceremony. Let's now proceed to the next step, to secure your appointment slot for your online oath-taking ceremony. Type in your browser online.prc.gov.ph. Then click OK. And then click Close. and click the Sign In tab. Type in your email address, and then your password. And check the box of I am not a robot. And lastly, click the Sign In tab. And click OK. Always remember that appointment slots are free. And click Proceed. And then click on the Select Transaction tab. And click Proceed. And click Proceed again. And select the Oath tab. Select the e-oath taking for the oath type. Then select your profession. Then type in your application number. And lastly, click Proceed. And choose your preferred PRC regional office. Always remember that this oath taking is online, thus you can choose any available PRC regional office. Then select your preferred oath taking date. After you selected your preferred oath taking date, then lastly click the Confirm button. This will be now your preferred PRC regional office. Then this will be your online oath taking scheduled date. Then type in your valid email address and alternate email address. Important note: make sure that your email address is valid, as they will send the link of your online oath taking on your email address. And lastly, click the Next button. Make sure you read the guidelines for the online oath taking carefully. These are the important guidelines for the online oath taking. Make sure to read it one by one, so there will be no problem in the conduct of online oath taking. After you have read the guidelines, you may now click the Submit application. And lastly, click the Yes button for the confirmation. Congratulations, your transaction is successful. The invitation link will be sent to your email 1 to 3 days before the date of the online oath taking. And this will be your reference number. And lastly, click here to go back. You may now check your existing transaction. As of now, your status of oath taking is still pending. You may click here to print your oath form. This is now your oath form. You may click here to print your oath form or click here to download it. Next step will be to wait for the invitation link for the online oath taking on your email address, which will be sent 1 to 3 days before the oath taking date. 1 to 3 days before the oath taking date, you will receive the link on your email address. After you have successfully joined the online oath taking, your status will be now attended. You may now proceed with the initial registration. However, if your status is no-show and you have already joined the online oath taking, you may need to email to the concerned PRC regional office who conducted the online oath taking together with your proof such as screenshot, so they can tag your status as attended. How to apply for PRC oath taking ceremony. All successful examinees who pass the PRC licensure examination are required to attend the PRC oath taking ceremony first before they can register for their PRC license. As of now, PRC has 3 types of oath taking ceremony, which are the following: 1. E-oath taking. 2. Face-to-face mass oath taking. 3. Face-to-face special oath taking. 1. E-oath taking, which is an online oath taking ceremony where you can take your oath through online as long as you have your internet connection. 2. Face-to-face mass oath taking ceremony at a specified venue where a large number of successful examinees may take their oath taking ceremony. 3. Face-to-face special oath-taking ceremony for few individuals who requested for a special oath-taking ceremony at a specified venue. To check for the available schedule of oath-taking ceremony, you may check it through the PRC official website. Type on your browser prc.gov.ph and then click the X button and click on the News and Events tab and select the Oath-Taking tab. Here you can find the different list of available oath-taking schedule. If your profession is listed on the available list of schedule for oath-taking, you may now proceed to the next step for you to secure your slot for the oath-taking ceremony. Let's proceed now to the next step, to secure your appointment slot for your oath-taking ceremony. Type in your browser online.prc.gov.ph. Then click OK. And then click Close. And click the Sign In tab. Type in your email address. And then your password. And check the box of I am not a robot. And lastly, click the Sign In tab. And click OK. Always remember that appointment slots are free. And click Proceed. And then click on the Select Transaction tab. And click Proceed. And click Proceed again. And select the Oath tab. And select the type of your oath-taking. After you have selected the type of your oath-taking, select your profession for the next step. And type in your application number. And lastly, click the Proceed button. And select the PRC regional office on where you want to take your oath-taking ceremony. As of the moment, these are the only available PRC regional offices that will conduct the oath-taking ceremony. After you selected your preferred PRC regional office, here you can find the available schedule for your oath-taking ceremony. And if you are not available on the scheduled date, just click on the Reschedule button. And don't forget to type in your alternate email. And lastly, click the Next button. Here you can find the guidelines for the face-to-face mass oath-taking ceremony. Please read it carefully and properly. After you have read the guidelines, click the Submit Application button. And click the Yes button for the confirmation. Congratulations! Your transaction is successful for your appointment slot for oath-taking ceremony. Here you can find your reference number. And lastly, click the Click to Go Back button. After you have successfully applied for your appointment slot, you will need to go with your existing transaction. As of the moment, your status is still pending, however it will be changed to attended after you have attended the face-to-face oath-taking ceremony. The next step is click the Print Oath Form button. After clicking, this will pop out. This will be now your oath form. Here you can find your oath-taking date, time, and venue. Here you can find your QR code, which will be scanned upon entry and exit at the oath-taking venue. And lastly, click the Print button, so you can print your oath form and bring it on your scheduled oath-taking date and venue, as you will present this form upon entry at the oath-taking venue.
Initial registration of successful examines. Inclusion of names of those who passed the licensure examination to the Registry of Professionals, or whose names are included in the approved resolution to register without examination in the case of some professions. Who may avail? Board licensure examination passers. Applications approved by the board through board resolutions for registration without examination. Filipino citizen, of legal age on the date of registration as prescribed by their respective professional regulatory law, PRL, has no criminal record or has never been convicted in a final judgment by any court, military tribunal or administrative body. Initial registrant should come personally to the PRC office or to the nearest regional office to file his/her application for registration of license and to affix his/her signature in the registry book. Requirements for initial registration. 1. Online appointment oath form. To get an appointment for initial registration, just log into your Larry's account and select Transaction Initial Registration, select appointment date and appointment place. Then select payment method and pay through online. When you have successfully completed your transaction, just print out your oath form. 2. 2 PCs. Recent passport size picture, white background with complete name tag. Last name, first name, middle name. 3. 1 documentary stamp, purple. 4. Short brown envelope. 5. Current cedula or any valid issued ID. Note: application will not be processed if photo does not resemble to applicant. 2. Applicant wears eyeglasses. 3. Background is not plain white and photo has shadows or ears cover. Client steps. Step 1. Access the PRC website online, prc.gov.ph, and create an account if first-time user. Agency action: system activates user account. Fees to be paid: none. Processing time: based on system response time. Person responsible: applicant. Step 2. Select an appointment place for the initial registration and payment option or channel, then download the oath form. Agency action: 2.1. System issues reference number. 2.2. Online payment channel confirms payment. Fees to be paid: baccalaureate, 1,050 peso. Non-baccalaureate, 870 peso. Processing time: based on system response time. Person responsible: applicant. Online payment channel. Step 3. On the appointment date, proceed to the appointment place and submit signed oath form with other required documents. Agency action: process and verify completeness of submitted oath form, and documentary requirements against PRC and print registry sheet. Fees to be paid: none. Processing time: 10 minutes. Person responsible: verifier, encoder. Step 4. Sign the registry sheet and receive the PIC and claim slip for COR. Agency action: issue the claim slip for COR and instruct the professional to sign the registry sheet. Fees to be paid: none. Processing time: 5 minutes. Person responsible: registration officer. Total, for baccalaureate, 1,050 peso. For non-baccalaureate, 870 peso. Processing time: 15 minutes.